Without objection, it's so ordered. The clerk will designate the amendment.
Amendment number 14, offered by Mr. Larsen.
Mr. Larsen is now recognized to explain the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chairman Schuster and Hunter and Ranking Member DeFazio and Garamendi, thank you for having the markup and the opportunity to offer this amendment this morning. The language I'm offering would ultimately grant a fishing vessel exemption to a fishing vessel being built in a shipyard in my district. But ultimately, it is about protecting the jobs of the 225 individuals who personally wrote to me this week. And I would like to enter into the record the names of those individuals. If I might ask unanimous consent, Mr. Chairman, to enter in the record.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you. Dakota Creek Shipyard in Anacortes, Washington is vital to my district. It's a lifeline to U.S. maritime industry. It specializes in the construction and repair of steel and aluminum vessels, and over the years it has built more than 60 commercial and U.S. Navy vessels, including experimental craft that have helped our Navy test new materials and techniques. These vessels operate out of ports throughout the country, including many ports where many of my committee members call home. It includes two recently commissioned naval research vessels, the Neil Armstrong, which is now operating out of Woods Hole, Massachusetts, and the Sally Ride, completed in 2016, now operating out of San Diego. It also includes several inspection, maintenance, and repair vessels owned by Otto Candies, operating out of Louisiana for the offshore oil industry. These vessels also include vessels operating in Alaska. The point I want to make is Dakota Creek's past vessels include numerous tugs, ferries, and barges that support maritime efforts throughout the country. Currently, it's building a fishing vessel, the America's Finest. This vessel is the first of its kind, has a number of technological features that will make it safer, more efficient, and more environmentally friendly than most existing vessels in the North Pacific Fleet. The ability to build this vessel stems from the work that this committee did in 2010 and 12 in our Coast Guard bills to allow for the modernization of the fleet. So modernizing this fleet with an innovative cold form technology that currently doesn't exist in the U.S. means a cleaner environment and safer, more economically secure jobs for many. Unfortunately, in the course of the construction of this vessel, Dakota Creek discovered that the ship is being built with an excess amount of foreign fabricated steel. Not by much, but apparently enough. So it's not a problem that we created, but is a problem that we can try to solve with this amendment. As a result of this mistake, the ship's ability to participate in the groundfish fishery is in jeopardy. So my amendment would allow this vessel, once completed, it would allow the vessel to participate in that fishery. However, I do recognize there have been some concerns raised about U.S. build requirements around this particular vessel. So in advocating for this language, which I would ask the committee to support, I know the chairman will work with me and with the, I hope the chairman will work with me and the stakeholder community to fully address any further questions or concerns regarding this language as we work through Coast Guard reauthorization efforts, while also ensuring the continued vitality of Dakota Creek Industries and the 225 men and women who work there, who are working on this vessel in particular and their jobs. With that, I yield the balance of my time, and I ask my committee members for their support of this amendment.
I thank the gentleman.